Hello, this is the lecture 2 for the geological time scale for JAYOTI VIDYAPEETH Women's University. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the meaning of a geological time scale and what are the various divisions that are in the geological time scale. So we discussed that there is Hadean Eon, then Archean Eon, so in this lecture we will start from the Archean Eon because Hadean Eon we discussed in the last lecture. So the features that important features that are there for the Archean Eon we will discuss in this lecture. So first is the beginning of life on Earth and evidence of cyanobacteria date to 3,500 million years ago. That started in the Archean Eon. In this eon, life was simple. It was limited to simple single-celled organisms lacking nuclei uh, called prokaryote. Okay. The atmosphere was without oxygen, and the atmospheric pressure was around 10 to 100 atmospheres. The Earth's crust had cooled enough to allow the formation of continents. The oldest rock formation is exposed on the surface of the earth are Archean. Volcanic activity was considerably higher than today with numerous lava eruptions. The oceans were more acidic due to dissolved carbon dioxide than during the Proterozoic. By the end of the Archean Eon, plate tectonics may have been similar to that of the modern Earth. Liquid water was prevalent in the Archean Eon, and deep oceanic basins are known to have existed in this eon. The earliest stromatolites are found in 3.48 billion years old sandstone discovered in Western Australia. The earliest identifiable fossils consist of stromatolites, which are microbial mats formed in shallow water by cyanobacteria. So, cyanobacteria existed in the Archean Eon. Then, after Archean Eon, the third eon is Proterozoic Eon. It is the last eon of the Precambrian supereon. It spans for the time of appearance of oxygen in Earth's atmosphere to just before the proliferation of complex life, such as corals on the Earth. Coral reefs that are known as at the present time, the corals are the living objects in the living insects in the mostly found in the oceans. So bacteria began producing oxygen in this eon, leading to the sudden rise of life forms. Eukaryotes that is having a nucleus emerged, including some forms of soft-bodied multicellular organisms, and earlier forms of fungi formed around this time. The early and late phases of this eon may have undergone snowball Earth periods. The planet suffered below zero temperatures, extensive glaciation, and as a result, drop in sea levels. Okay, it featured the first definitive supercontinent cycles and modern orogeny, that is, mountain building. It is believed that 43% of modern continental crust was formed in the Proterozoic Eon, 39% formed in the Archean, and only 18% in the Phanerozoic, that we will discuss after this, in the Phanerozoic Eon. In the late Proterozoic, that is most recent Eon, The dominant supercontinent was Rodinia, that was around 1000 to 750 million years ago. Okay, so it was also during the Protrozoic Eon that the first symbiotic relationships between mitochondria found in nearly all eukaryotes and chloroplasts found in plants and some protists only, and their hosts evolved in this eon. So the last eon is Phanerozoic Eon. The boundary between the Proterozoic and Phanerozoic eons was set when the first fossils of animals such as trilobites appeared. Life remained mostly small and microscopic until about 580 million years ago, when complex multicellular life arose and developed over time and culminated the Cambrian explosion about 541 million years ago. This sudden diversification of life forms produced most of the major life forms known today. Plant life on land appeared in early Phanerozoic Eon. Complex life, including vertebrates, began to dominate the Earth's oceans in this eon. Pangea forms and later dissolves into Laurasia and Gondwanaland in this eon. Gradually, life expanded to land, and all familiar forms of plants, insects, animals, and fungi that began to appear in this eon. Birds, the descendants of dinosaurs, are more recently mammals that emerged in this eon. Modern animals, including humans, evolved at the most recent phases of this eon, around 2 million years ago. The Phanerozoic Eon is divided into three eras: the Paleozoic, the Mesozoic, and the Cenozoic era. First, the Paleozoic era, an era of arthropods, amphibians, fish, and the first life on land. And the second, the Mesozoic era, which spanned the rise, reign of reptiles, climatic extinction on the non-avian dinosaurs, the evolution of mammals and birds. And third is the Cenozoic era, which saw the rise of mammals. Okay, so that is the basic overall scenario about the geological time scale. So we discussed different eons in this lecture. Okay, thank you.